introduction about what role of soft skills in doctoral studies.
I will link the internet. I'm glad to be here and thank you for inviting me to share my experience, my ideas. A little bit about who I am and why I'm here. So, first of all, some phrases. I would like to say that I am knowledge architect, that I am learning detective, because every day what I'm doing, I'm trying to find evidences of my students' learning. And instructional designer, because I am every day and every night thinking how to design better learning spaces, better learning tools, not only for university students, but also for school pupils. So I am trying to do as much as possible, because it's not like my job, it's my hobby. I really like what I am doing. And then I like to provoke people to think, to be provocative with the name. Then I like to ask a lot of questions, but it's not always easy because in Latvia we have such a mentality that if I ask my students, do you have any questions? They are looking at the moment now. Do you have any comments? Maybe later. And they are so quiet. Okay, so I try to change the culture of learning. And then I am organic farmer. We have with my husband farm. So I, since 3 years. And so I am trying to develop new skills. How to sell our black currant, how to deal with that. It's something new for me. And so I am always trying to find new challenges to be better person, to be better mother, wife, and to be better professor at my university. And I'm always inspired by different things. At the moment, my inspiration in education is slow education movement. And another thing is makerspace movement. And today we have heard that it's very important. If we want to create innovations, we have to participate. And makerspace, I saw first time many years ago in Sweden. They create such universities and institutes, makerspaces where people can develop, design, ideate products, and prototype them, and also create innovations. And then the smart city movement and smart university initiatives, because I have heard a lot about smart cities, but I have never seen. And then I went to work in Brazil, in Curitiba, and first time in my life I saw what really smart city and smart university mean. Later I will have some photo pictures from smart universities and from smart cities. And all today we will discuss a lot, and all I'm inspired by my experiences working abroad, working in multicultural teams, in to solve different challenges in my life. Because working in Brazil without knowing Portuguese, it's really difficult, because you have to understand the language you don't speak. And so it was, maybe also why I'm here, because I like to share my experience, and I like to learn from people from different countries. And this is the way, it's metacognition, why, as an answer why I am here, because we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. And this was when Inga invited me, it's another possibility to reflect about my experience and to learn, always learn. And so I will speak what I have seen working around the world in different countries, and then why it's important for me, why it's important for my university, and about impact, just what impact on my thoughts, impact on my work. And then now what can I do with that? How can I improve my work? How can I improve the work of my students, of my colleagues? This is a way how I work and how I reflect. And today it's another, as I call it, another memorable experience that will impact the way how I see the world because of you, and also another possibility maybe to change my perspective. So, and now it was the introduction about me, but as you know, neuroscience says that learning happens if you do something. So we will start, as you already heard, it's a training session. We will train soft skills, and we will start with elevator pitch. It's you have to break into groups. Yes, 5 people will be enough. Groups. So you have to form groups, 5 people. Yes, yes, we will do. You will work in groups, please. Be active. Yes, form groups of 5. Yeah, you have to find your place, sit together. Yeah, we will explain what we will explain. First of all, you have to form groups of 5 people in each group. Yeah. And 5 will be enough.
You want me in your group?
Because we will train soft skills. Yeah, please. Together.
What kind of group?
Yeah. I will explain. First of all, we have to form groups. Yes, we will have groups. Okay, please, sit close, look into neighbor's eyes, feel your neighbor. So please sit down. You have to sit down in your group. So, as I know, first task was form groups of 5 people. As I know, what I said was okay, now about your project, because I don't know a lot about your project, and we will see how you can put in your words. It's not from internet, it's not from project proposal, it's how you see the project through your perspective. So you have this modest project. You all are from the same project, or yes? You are, yeah. So it's good. So we will speak about modest project. Yes, you have to explain or put into project goals or ideas into your own words. Yes, and then you have to answer or you have to include in your elevator pitch what is it, or how you will explain what is it as this modest project. What problems does it solve? Or maybe not. Why is it a good idea, and why should other people be interested in it? And you have time, 5 minutes. Later, one from each group, one will present the speech in 30 seconds. It's very important. Answer all the questions in 30 seconds. So you have to prepare this small speech, this elevator speech. So now you have 5 minutes time.
Are you allowed?
5 minutes time. It's good. You all are, I understand you all are from the same. So 5 minutes time.
So you probably know that.
Wait. 30 seconds and we have speeches. No.
Включаю рандом. Это будет честно, рандом. Я со студентами рандом включаю.
Yeah, you, as in your groups, you have to say who will be responsible for the 30-second speech. So, yes, sir, only 30 seconds. You don't have to speak for hours, only 30 seconds. Okay. You are ready. Yes, you are ready, but you have to come here. You have to stay in the front of the audience. No, one. Only 30 seconds. Okay. We have. Yeah, you are ready. Yeah, you can come here and from. So one moment, I will say when you can start. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, the project Modest. This is a project about modernization of doctoral education with unique structure and courses. What is the problem that we're going to solve? In Belarus, Armenia, Russia, we've got different structures of doctoral education, and doctoral students are not prepared to be competitive and market-oriented in our world. And why this idea about what this project is good?
You see, it's so easy, only 30 seconds to speak about your project. Yeah, please. 30 seconds. Yeah, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
So it's organization of the doctoral program as the educational program of the third level higher education. Second, the main idea is to solve the problem of balancing of educational and research parts. And it is general common project problem for everybody, for every countries. This is why they will be interested. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Please. We would like to hear. Okay. Please. Yeah. You have to sell your idea. You have to be enthusiastic about your project. It's the best project in the world, and you have to speak like that. You have to motivate to participate other people that your project is the best. Please. Yeah. So, front. 1, 2, let's start.
Okay, this schedule is about this and that. We're going to concentrate on the spreading soft skills, learning skills, engaging on PhD students, show them what was market, discuss problems that are about the competitiveness of the PhD students on the market, and top skills, which are very important actually for the market.
Stop. Yeah, very short, only 30 seconds, that's why it's elevator pitch. So please, the groups.
So from this side, dear colleagues, I would like to turn your attention to our project, which is related to GC implementation and education of public schools in Armenia. So it's very attractive. It will improve our skills in public schools for creative and critical thinking possibilities of our pupils. So our goal relates to the intellectual.
And so that's another group. Yeah. Small. Yeah, please.
Expert group.
Sorry?
Expert group.
Yes. You have to understand where you are and why you are here. Yes, you have are they from the same project or not? You can try.
The assessment in us.
Okay, so have we another group? Now, why such an activity? Oh, you have, okay. Okay, please. Yeah.
Sorry, пока время не идет, sorry.
Let's
My English.
Yes, no, it's not about English, it's about...
From Belarus, Armenia,
Yes.
and Russia. What is it? It is the way to increase the efficiency of postgraduate studies. What's the problem is solved? The economy needs of high educated personnel, scientists and engineers. And why it is interested for other people? It is the way to get and to implement new knowledge and innovations. Thank you.
Yeah, so, have we still? Oh, you are ready? To be. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Oh, you were from the same. Oh, okay. Have we still? No. Okay, now analysis of this activity. Why such activity? Why? Why is this activity to play, to have fun, or why? The reason why I choose this activity. Why? What do you say? Yes, because if you are in a project, you have to present it wherever you go. And in each, I don't know, in each project is work package about dissemination. And if you go, you have with your, it's also soft skills, with your body language, you have to show that I understand why I am here, I understand and I can explain with my own words. Yes, and I am very, yeah.
And very important audience for whom you present.
Yes.
It is
For me.
investor, or rector or
No, it's for me.
Different
Person who doesn't know nothing about your project, only for me.
Who are you?
Yes, I am a person from public who is interested in your project. Yes, so, and this is, yes, first of all you have to know, but I am like audience, like normal person from public. So, and what we can see in this activity, yes, we have to understand, yes, we have to develop skills to talk with different people from, with business, with people from research, and that's why such activity. Because we have soft skills, we have to train every day, every time, and because we feel comfortable. Yes, we read paper, we sense them, yes, but we have to be clear. We have to have our own perspective. What are we doing, and why we are doing, and why somebody has to be interested in your project. So, yes, here about some questions about how you communicate your ideas. What we saw, how people communicate ideas about projects. What was the most important, what we have heard? How people communicate their ideas about projects. What do you think? You saw 4 or 5 groups, and what do you think? What was the main idea of each speech? What is the most important?
To communicate, to share.
To attract.
Yeah. Other?
If investor to attract money.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
expect to attract, how I'm the best person for that
Yes.
project.
To attract. It is a keyword nowadays, to attract. Wherever we go, whatever we do, if we work with our students, we have to attract. We have to attract. If we need money, we have to attract. Yes, and others. So this is skills what we need to attract. Maybe to sell our ideas. Because sometimes we have very good ideas, but if we don't know how to sell them, how to communicate, how to attract, then we lose money. This is what we do. And of course, very important is the role of each team member, leaders and others, so to work together in a team. But what neuroscience say about this activity? It's much more than skills. It's also the processes in our brain. Yes, you see, it's if we work towards a common goal, like you in a project, your brain produces oxytocin. So it's so you have to be happy to be here. But if I see maybe you are tired because when I work in Mexico or Argentina, they are always happy if they are doing something together. But or you are tired. You are not tired.
Always tired. We are always tired.
We
are always working.
You are always working and always tired. I think this is a great possibility to be here and now and to enjoy this good company and to share the thoughts, share the perspectives, and to have this always in mind, this common goal where you are going to. And so, as you see, it's a very good activity. Also to produce oxytocin in your brain. So, and about different questions we ask, we have to change. We have to change always, and we have to be ready to for changes and to change and to respond to different challenges. And so, this is also questions we ask every day to change our study programs and to change also now, as you have heard, we are working on new doctoral programs, and I'm also involved in this process. Here's some theoretical part, how we have to react, and the most important thing. Okay, but the most important thing is to use innovative approaches, innovative strategies to attract people, to help or to guide in this learning process, to change their perspectives, to change their minds. And it is why I said to be provocative, to provoke, yes, to be provocative all the time, yes, because if you are, like it was a long time ago, if you are only giving lectures, nowadays for young people it's too boring, it's not too attractive. But there is many stereotypes about lectures. Lectures still are in the world are very important because when we are born, what our parents, before we go to the bed, what they are doing? They are telling stories. And lecture, this changes, it's not like lecture is bad, but lecture is a story that motivates you to do, the story that provokes new thoughts. Yes, this is because sometimes we see the lecture only black or white, but it isn't so. But we have to also, if we use lectures, we have to be innovative. We have to use different strategies. For example, Latvia, as I told, it's very, it's not easy in work to provoke, to speak, or to discuss.
Yes. Because this question asking me our professors in physics and mathematics, they say, how you imagine, not lecture, physics, or other ways. For example, they write formulas, they physics, законы физические. How можно по-другому студентам в школе? Это очень все
It's I don't know, because always if you are involved in process, if you are working, you can use not only lecture, you can use peer teaching. Yes, so that you can peer students, best student who can be as a teacher. You have to switch roles. If you are sort of like a guide, you are not the only who gives information. I am learning from YouTube. I watch videos and they are explaining many things from organic farming. If we speak about farming, I learn a lot about different things, and also I can learn physics and chemistry using small videos. Yes, and it's not always lecture the only one way we can use. This is what we have to do. We have to find new ways how to teach our students, or how to provoke them or motivate them. And as you can see, also here, the word transferable skills, yes, is like a topical theme, and I agree, it depends, of course, from physics or chemistry or education, but anyway, you have to communicate about education, you have to communicate about physics, you have to have the skills to sell your ideas, to sell this, for example, milk amounts. Yes, you have to explain to society, you have to explain to different groups, yes, business people.
To sell ideas is very cheap.
Sorry?
Очень дешево идею продавать. Надо продавать идею.
Product, yeah, it's not to sell only ideas, products, but you have to have the skills, how to talk about, like, for example, about your project is the same, disseminate your new ideas. Yeah. And now we will have, you have to use your mobile, smartphones. You have to enter sleep.dog. Sleep. You can see sleep.dog. Yes, you have internet access here, yes? You can see srli.do, sleep.do. You will have page like this. Do you have? Yes, you have. You have to enter 5620. 5620 to join our event. So, and you will see.
Enter code here.
Yes, enter code. I will open. Internet. Problem with internet.
There is a problem.
You can't access, yes, or you can open. At the moment, the computer is not. Can you open or not? I don't know why. So now it's working, yeah? So you will see polls and questions. So you will, can you see polls?
Yes.
Pools, yes.
Yes, you have to answer. Are you for or against the term soft skills? Only you have to answer one. Can you see?
Are you for or against?
Yes, this is the first question. Yes.
So we have to.
You have to answer it for or against. Yes, yes, so for or against. Only the term, not the content, but term, soft skills. Are you for or against soft skills, term?
Soft skills for doctoral students, you mean?
In general, about term. transfer soft skills. Are you for or against? Not the content and not the skills, but only the term. So, we have only 21, but meaning 1, 22. So you have to vote. Are you for or against term soft skills? Yes, we will see. This is why I'm asking, we will see. Because we will see. So, another question. So, we see that you all are for. And the next is, how do you call soft skills? We have one example here, power skills. Maybe you use another word. How do you call? Today I heard 3 presentations: core skills, generic skills, employability skills. But in your country and you, how do you call soft skills? Or maybe you could say only soft skills. No word for soft skills, yes?
And nowadays, I think more, when I started to work on the project,
Yes.
more famous terminology was soft skills.
But now it's changing. Yes, and we will, it's also terminology is changing. And soft skills is, I think it's outdated. Okay, we will see. We will see. Soft personal, other soft employability, transversal, transferable abilities for communication, universal skills, power skills, transferable skills. These are many terms used to describe. Yeah, it's a problem with the internet. I'm sorry about that, but maybe this was the idea to see how we use that. Okay.
If we ask people, just the team here, who knows what is soft skills, what it means?
What does it mean? We can ask, create open text. We can do it. So, you want, yeah? You would like that I ask this?
Yes.
Yeah, we can ask, okay. No? Okay, you can write now. Yeah, it's very easy.
What are soft skills?
Yeah, what does soft skills mean for you, okay? We will see. That no answer yet, no answers yet, but we will see. What do you think about soft skills? What does it mean? Do you see this question? Yes, in your mobile phones or not? Can you see? Okay. Professional skills? Yeah. Yes, you see, sometimes we have problems, but it's everywhere where I go. United States or Brazil or Colombia or Egypt or Spain, always can something happen with the internet or with technology. Oh, now you see, you will have results. You see? We'll make it bigger. General knowledge not including the specifics of the field of study, useful, you see, nothing. Nothing. About what is your project about? Nothing.
Interesting.
the ability to solve communication and management problems, personal attributes that enable someone to interact positively and mostly with other people, skill to communicate, who knows? Okay. So, skills which you need in working life, professional skills. Okay. Now you see that we have different answers, and let's see what we can find in research papers. Yesterday I read, I don't know, 50 or 60 different articles about soft skills, and I found it out that researchers in different parts of the world and also in one country can use different terms if they speak about soft skills. Power skills, social skills, transversal competences, social competences, generic competences, basic life, employability skills, key competences, skills for social progress, yes, because core skills, essential competences, people skills, people-related skills, human skills, portable skills, transferable skills. But
Again, sorry. If exist soft skills, that means exist hard skills.
Yes, we will see.
Professional skills.
Knowledge of the field, yes, that's right. So we will see about hard skills and soft skills. Here you can see what people from different parts of the world say. That as you can see, yes, it is different or two types of skills: hard skills and soft skills. But more and more researchers and say that it's not a good word, and it's always changing. What was good some years ago, it's not good now. And then now, instead of soft skills, transferable skills, I think more and more transversal skills. Yes, so it is, yes, because for example, here you can see arguments that soft in English, it sounds like not so important skills because it's something soft, and if you say hard skills, it sounds so good, yes, but soft is like not so valuable. And another quote from Milosevic, soft skills is exactly the opposite of what we should be calling those essential competences. You see, because if people, not scientists, hear soft skills, oh, what are you talking about? We don't need to talk about that at university level. You can acquire them at home or doing whatever. But the most important at the moment is not hard skills, but soft skills. And here is how UNESCO sees what is included in these transversal competences. It's like a set of competences, critical and innovative thinking. And it is a problem sometimes. It depends also from culture. Sometimes we are so worried about how I will express my creative ideas, what will think other people, if I will try and it will be not okay, what will be. And it's about to be open to different ideas, to be creative, and not to have fears to say something or to express ideas. And we are working a lot with our doctoral and master students, also this presentation skills. Many of my students, also at doctoral level students, they are coming, and if they see 10 people in the room, they are hiding in the corner. They are going and presenting their work in the corner. Why? Why is they are standing in the corner and talking with colleagues? Yes, because they feel in the corner safe. Nobody is there, and so they are trying to hide. And so we work very hard, because if you go to the congress or conferences, you have to attract. How you will attract the audience if you will hide yourself? Yes. And it's in science. It's very important. If you want that someone listens to your ideas, someone listens what you are doing, you have to express in a appropriate way. You have to inspire with your speech your audience. Yes. And interpersonal skills, global citizenship, media informational literacy, and others. For example, last year I had such experience. I had such stereotypes that new generation, they are all living, they are born with mobile phones, they are born with technologies, they can do everything. And then I printed out QR code. And I gave to my doctoral students. They were young. And what they did, they were looking and the faces were so nervous, or they were looking around what to do. And then, okay, let's open QR code, you will see the task you have to complete. Sorry, but how to do that? It depends from your phone. Yes. And there are many examples that it's not so easy when you go to work with people, and if they are young, not always they can use their devices. They can use to Twitter, to write some blogs, but many things they don't understand. So you have to help them. Okay, and this is also transversal competences. This media competence and digital competence, and others where you can put different things. So, and about it's only example in different countries, in different universities. They build their or create their own view of skills. And you see, always, as I told you after the activity, to disseminate. It is the how to disseminate your product, ideas, how to communicate with society. Because it is easy to communicate with researchers, because we speak one language in Chile, in Argentina, in Mexico, but with society, they understand nothing what you are talking about, because you use words they never have heard. Yes, and you can't disseminate. Sorry, yeah.
You are from biology? Or
yeah, it's from biosciences, you can see. Dissemination of bioscience, it's in general. You can see here. Dissemination of bioscience in general. So, yes, it's one example. Yes, that also at doctoral level, what I saw in different universities, the more and more important is teaching skill. Not only disseminating, but teaching, I don't know, students, teaching colleagues this teaching skills, and also at our university we offer to all doctoral students, we offer special course. It's like teaching in higher education, so then I can acquire. So this is only one example. And now we will see some other activities, how we work, not we only, but in different universities, how we work and which strategies we use to develop soft skills. And also assessment, as I told you, more and more we are not only teaching, but we are using peer assessment, peer teaching, and it is very effective. Yes. And what I can say is that more and more nowadays it's important to step out or go out of your comfort zone. Yes. It's the same if you present something, if you work with different, I don't know, in different countries, with different people, you have to step out your comfort zone, and it's also soft skill. So, and here at the moment you are working in your project, and I am working in another project. It's Entrance to Future Education, and we are collecting different. You can also enter this website. We are collecting different methods. We are collecting them, describing, analyzing, and piloting in different fields of studies, and it's very interesting results. Our students say that they need more time to discuss ideas, to share ideas, because during classical lectures they don't have time for that. They don't have time to or to define or formulate results. We do it together with students, that they are involved, and then their responsibility is much higher. Because if I say it's your goal, but it's not there, it's mine. So we create together. We create together with students such rubrics, and they understand each step why, and they can see their progress. And this is very important. And here is one good quotation from Alice in Wonderland. Yes, Alice asks, "Which road do I take? Where do you want to go?" "I don't know." Then says the cat, "It doesn't matter." Yes, because if you don't, and many students, they don't know what is goal setting. Yes, they do because they have to do, but they have not this inner understanding where I want to go. And then, okay, if I want to go home now, but if I want to go home, but I have not the goal to go home, what will happen with me? I don't have it in my mind this goal, to go home. Where I will go if I don't have it? I will go, maybe I will reach Russia or Belarus or whatever. I will never get home. Yes, again, because I have always to have in my mind the goal. And the same in about soft skills. I have to analyze. I have to always to check my progress, where I am. Yes, in verbal communication. What types of gestures I need? For example, you know, one person in Germany always speaks so. Always so. No, it's Angela Merkel. Always using this gesture. Or some people are speaking like that. Is it normal? Why they are doing so? They are again like to be in the corner. They try because they see other people. They try to create their comfort zone. They try to protect them.
No,
and
it's very cold. It's a condition there.
And then we 10 times we practice. Like, okay, if we prepare for the conference, come in. It's your audience. You have to give a speech. Let's use open gestures. You have to you have to speak like that. Not like that. No one will hear you. You have to speak that your voice is in that corner and that corner is everywhere. You have to fulfill the auditorium with your voice. Yes, and you have to stand on both feet, not like that, or somehow. Yeah? All this influences how you do. Yeah, you don't agree, yeah, but it is very important. Also, some of my doctoral students, they use scarves. If they talk to people, they use scarves, and I can see and I can hear. Yes, it is all you create psychological barriers. Also with your hair, also if you have covered this neck, you create barriers. And it will be not easy that someone follows what you are talking about and to reach your goal. It will be not easy because you have not the soft skills. You don't know what to do, where to put your hands, how you have to behave. So this is what we are doing. if I will say, you know, you speak so quietly, no one can hear. But if you film and later you analyze, yes, really, it looks strange. Yeah. So it is. And our doctoral students, they have to learn. Yes, it's impossible to do it one day. And here, another practical task. What about how we analyze different skills? We use a lot of videos. And one way I think if we will have internet, you have to identify only skills. Yeah. And I guess soft skills. This video. Can you see?
No.
Not yet. Which? Now? Can you see?
Yes.
How to identify soft skills?
Life like something just feels so wrong. Running in circles and you don't belong. How it's time to break free, meet me on the run. What am I? I look up to the open sky, hopes in my heart, dreams in my eyes. Will I ever make it right this time? And all I can do, and all I can do is try. It's time to break free, leave me on the run. And all I can do, and all I can do, and all I can do is try.
Now,
Yes, I don't know where we'll see or not this video.
let's redo.
Yes, we can hear. Yeah.
Zoom нам выгоднее.
Okay. Why such a video? How can I use, or how I use with my students? What I ask them about this video?
What about?
What about? Yes, the main idea. Yes, and answer. What about?
Non-standard thinking.
Yes, because he was alone. And you saw in the street, all watching. Oh, you are not like us. And to be creative, it's like in science. To be creative, to have your own face. Yes, and I think it's important also in science to be visible. Yes, that they can see and they can hear, and you are not afraid to say what you really think, who you really are, and this is important, I think. But again, other ideas. Why I use this video with my students, and what about soft skills?
succeed first.
Yes, you never give up. You try. It's like, I don't remember, was one story about lamp. Yes, Edison. Yes, Edison created. I don't know how many, 2,000 attempts to create. Yeah? And this is, there are many videos we can use to analyze them and to compare what you will do in this situation, how you will behave and that. Yeah, sorry, we can't see. And what do you think the aim of this video is what? Maybe you know.
The gravity is the main force of the universe.
It's an advertisement of supermarket Edeka in Germany. That you are what you eat. It's Edeka, yeah. So, okay. Yes, it's really nice. I like it. Okay. And other thing what I collect different quotes from around the world, from news, from scientific articles, and one global expansion of higher education. And as a result, the value added from a college degree increases. And this is again food for thought. And then I asked my students for their opinion and what we as university can do to react, because it's news for us, it's news, and we have to react if we want to do our best in this time of competition of higher education. We have to think about this. Yes, it is 2009. And can you see this picture? What is it? Can you see? Try to find out what is it. What can you see? Reality. What is it? It is reality. I made this picture, but what is it? It's not office building. It's a former supermarket, and now it's a picture from Brazil. They transform big supermarkets to universities because yes, they transform many big supermarkets because they need huge buildings. Many thousands of students want to study, so they transform. It's a better business than supermarket. Yeah, it's a reality. Yeah, I was there in November. This picture is from November. Okay. Other materials I'm using to provoke students. It's about its idea is the same. Yes, going to university is more important than ever for young people. Yes, and but at the same time, if we have its mass production, yes, we have more students, and more important will be not your degree or diploma, but your soft skills. How can you perform your work? Yes? And this is very important. You can read all those articles, Harvard Business Review, and very fresh. Yes, that we have to rethink our higher education, what we can offer, how we are, because we have different, we have to look differently what we are doing and what we are offering. And here another thing, Apple, Google, Netflix, yes, they less and less are looking for college graduates. They are looking for drive, for enthusiasm, and this willingness to learn. Yes, not yes, not for how many formulas do you know, because I can check always all formulas in my phone, but how I use them, how I interpret what where is my innovative thinking. Yes, this is what real big companies in the world are looking for. And does higher education still prepare people for jobs? More and more companies no longer require a degree, and that. And here is also very good quote. We analyzed with students this about talent. And if you want to be top performer, if you want to be top researcher or top manager, it's not enough that you know many things. How you communicate, how you can, how you are as a leader will follow people you or not. Yes, because if you are weak, it's in nature. You know about the nature. Who is a leader in? If we speak about monkeys, who leads? Strongest, and who can find where is the food, resources. If you can find resources, they will hear and listen to your opinion. But if you are weak, who will follow? Maybe one who is weaker or no one. So this is what Patrick Murray says. Yes, this is important. This mix of these skills, not important that you are from Stanford, but it's important what you can really do, your practical skills. If I pay you salary, you have to be motivated and to be like Steve Jobs, to be hungry, yes. Okay, and about science now, it was all the same, but about the business environment, but more and more, we have to create our image. And my colleague Agnes Rusakova said, okay, we have our official intranet, we put everything, but it's not enough, not enough. Now, if I participate in different international projects, they are asking, are you in problems? Not, you are not. It's like you are not in Facebook, yes, this expression that you are nowhere. So you have to register, you have to do, you have to write about peer-reviewed journals, how many reviews and where and when you wrote, and about your publications, and then we can track, yes, okay, you are on problems, it's good news that it's okay, you are a good candidate, working in a big project or whatever. And another thing, maybe you know ORCID, yes? Also, if you are not there, I don't know, not 10 years ago, but a long time ago, my Spanish colleague called me, can you please send your ORCID ID number? What? What? I don't know, I don't have. So you have to have, yes? Because, yes, it's the same, like young people, they are creating profiles in Instagram and whatever where. So if we want to compete at world level, we have to be there, we have to be active, we have to share our ideas, we have to be visible. If we are not, I don't know what we can do. And nowadays, no one will know that you are and what you do. You have to share, like in Facebook, every day something. And my colleague, she was from United States, and she was a Fulbright professor working with me from Westchester University. And I was asking, what are you doing always in Facebook? This foundation, this Fulbright Foundation, they will evaluate my work, how many I don't know, shares of my my ideas, of my photos will have. This will show, this is the real results, how you can measure someone follows you or not, someone likes what you do or not. And so every day she was in the Facebook writing something, what she did, okay, today I participate here, and she was collecting likes and shares and that. This was what Fulbright Foundation others. Yes? And here in the morning you asked what about parents? You know, if universities want to compete, more and more universities offer special guide for parents. When I studied, my parents never came to university and never were interested in what I am here doing, only when the ceremony was at the end of my studies and in our aula magna, they came. But now, if you want to have your clients, you have to think also for marketing strategies. And the money, who has the money? Parents, of course. And so you see what research says. It's from United Kingdom or from Europe that nearly 1 million more young adults now live with parents, and they are holders of wallet. Yes, and if you want to have more students, you have to think, have strategies, how to work with parents. Yes, and it's very important. You can see in more and more because yes, it's easier to live with parents, and universities all around the world are thinking how to work more and more, how to help parents. Yes, and more universities are thinking about students' retention. Yes, about distress events, peer mentoring, peer assisted learning. Yes, to have more students and to create environment where we care about our students. Yes. It's also one example about how to work with students and not forget parents. So yes, here is about, if we speak about strategies, then we have to change how we work because the times are changing all the time, and our, as I told, the new generation, they are seeing the world another way. Yes, they want they want to express their opinion. Yes, they want to act. They want to be proactive. Yes, and here is example. Again, we have model environment. Yes, we have model environment. Every assignment, every task, and grades, everything you can find in model environment. But our students don't like. Why they don't like? Because as you saw, Agnes Rusakova showed, you have to enter university website. And so what my students do? They create WhatsApp groups and they are learning because it's very easy. You open and you are there. And so we switched from Moodle environment, but it's not official because we want to reach our students everywhere, every hour, and we discuss with them night and day. Because you know this phenomenon FOMO, fear of missing out. And so we use this FOMO to have our students always with us. And they are happy because they like to discuss. As you see, they show emotions and they are happy. But in Moodle, it's too difficult. Many steps, I don't know, 7 steps to enter the Moodle platform. It's too long way. Yes, it's for old people, like they say. But WhatsApp group, it's okay.
But this is not good too. Because people soon will get out of job.
No. We have face-to-face meetings, but it is night and day. If you have new idea, if you saw a new video, you are there. You are thinking. Yes, you are connected to all of us, and we are there, and our students are there, and we are all the time working. And here's some photos from Smart University about this values. If we speak about soft skills, the most important is the organizational values, how you are. Yes, and in Brazil, it was a really good example. Nowhere in Europe I saw something like that, because when I went to work in Brazil, I had a lot of prejudices and stereotypes. Oh, Brazil, what will be? I'm from Europe. But I was shocked. Nothing from that we have here. Nothing. Yes. Every step is smart university, smart city everywhere. Yes. And this grows, this initiative of smart university is growing. Yes. To think about the system, this holistic way how we interact, what we offer, services, environment, yes, in every step, this universal design method. For example, here you can see what, can you see the chair?
Yes.
What do you see? What's for? Yes, for people with overweight. Yes, they respect this diversity. At first, no, I also speak about it first. Yes, they respect, and this shared values that they really share everywhere where you go, you can find, and it is always to center humans to have the soft skills. It's a mission, it's our values, because if we only have knowledge, it's nothing, yes, but our values, how we behave, how we collaborate, how we lead our team. And I like this quote, all pictures from Brazil. Education doesn't transform the world. Education changes people, and people change the world. And yes, this we don't have time. Sorry, we have only some minutes. It's another thing that we forget, and I work a lot with my students, because they want to move, and they don't care, understand the concepts or nothing. They move forward very quickly. And then I always say, if you eat very fast, what happens with you? The food. If you eat very fast, what will happen with you? If you eat very fast, what will happen? Yes, you will be always hungry, and you will not feel the taste. Yes, to feel, to have emotions. Yes, you have to eat slowly. Yes, and it's the same with learning. Thinking requires always time, yes, and space, and it's slow. It means saying, I don't know. Yes, and I think it's very important at university in this time where everything happens around very fast, because if we want to reach deep learning, we have to slow down a little bit. Yes. Of course, I agree with you. I have the same very fast temperament. I am always running. I am maybe hyperactive always, but then I will every time I say speak maybe with your students a little bit today.
Я знаю, я тогда говорю медленно, спокойно, если знаю, что-то не то.
Yes, because they know me, that I am very fast. But we have to calm down and to be quiet. So, but yes, it depends, of course, from our character. And here is one example. You asked about physics and chemistry. I visited Chalmers University in Gothenburg, and there I saw, yes, that how it's technical university. It's not like education or other social sciences. It's real technical university, and everything happens not through lectures. They have twice a month lecture. Then they are working in teams individually, and it's project-based learning, and it works good, and they are very high world rankings, and results are very good, and without lectures every day. Yes? So it's another way how we can see that it's the same. Is it education or chemistry or physics or whatever? We have to change the way, yes, we teach or we learn. Yes? And if it's real life and hands-on experience, the results always will be better. Yes? As I told, lectures are important and will be important, but we can't work that we have only lectures. And this informal atmosphere that we are not afraid to ask, we are not afraid to make mistakes. It's an important learning process. So yes, this we can skip. This we can skip. Here you will see, if you are interested, also changes in science writing. I don't know Lana is here, yes? You know these discussions we have, Lana is our doctoral student. You know, with your experience from United States, you get and our council, oh, no, it's not good style to use I in doctoral thesis. You can't say, I am doing that and that. You have to say, author of doctoral thesis thinks or opinion of, yes, because our style is very classical. But the world is changing, and the style of doctor. I was a reviewer of Lana's, yes, and because we are very strict about that. We have tradition, boring writing tradition, and then it's new science, and then it's good doctoral thesis. If you say you think, I think, it's a bad idea. But the time is changing. Also, scientific writing is now more flexible in the world, not to be so boring. It's good, very good to read this. I really like, yes, this it's like a blog, it's like an article, you can check it. It's interesting that we have to change. We have to change the way we write and we speak about science to be more closer to society. So, yes, this we will not do, this we will not do. And the last video, and then we can finish. If the internet will be, then we will see if it's not. Yeah. So, again about soft skills.
You fear that you lay alone forever now. It ain't true, ain't true, ain't true. So put your arms around me tonight. Let the music lift you up like you've never been so high. Open up your heart to me. Let the music lift you up like you've never been this free. Till you feel the sun rise and the music warm your body like the heat of 1,000 fires. The heat of 1,000 fires. Ain't no crying in the club, hey, hey, nothing being carried away. Your tears as they fall, baby. Ain't no crying in the club, hey, hey, a little fit, hey. Your tears turn to ecstasy. Ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club. Ain't no crying in the club. You may think that you'll die without her, but you know that's a lie that you told yourself. You fear that you'll never meet another soul before, but it ain't true, ain't true, ain't true. So put your arms around me tonight. Let the music lift you up like you've never been so high. Open up your heart to me. Let the music lift you up like you've never been this free. Till you feel the sun rise and the music warm your body like the heat of 1,000 fires. The heat of 1,000 fires. Ain't no crying in the club, hey, hey, nothing being carried away. Your tears as they fall, baby. Ain't no crying in the club, hey, hey, a little fit, hey. Your tears turn to ecstasy. Ain't no crying in the club.
You will not see. Okay, but this video will be lost. You will check it at home and see how. Yeah, you will see it. I never say to my students that they have to find what is it if they are curious. So I wish you not to lose the curiosity, to be proactive, and like on those videos, never stop what you do. Believe what you do, and you will be happy, and people around you will be happy. And this is the most important thing. Be happy about your work, yes, and then it's one step to be successful with projects, with everything in your life.